I just would comment that there are a lot of people who know the answer first, and they want to get you to come up with the answer that they already know. So it's not really research, it's PR. And that's a huge problem. And on Steve's examples, promoting fear can be very destructive, especially very personal fears, where I would rather, from a public health perspective, see people fearful of something that's institutional or that's systemic, about which education could be productive in terms of people advocating for better regulation or knowing how to vote or something like that, better participating in democracy. But the story I would tell that is a little bit of a different twist is, and this goes back to 1999, when we, some of us in the epidemiology department participated with the state health department in conducting a study of health and quality of life of people who live near concentrated animal feeding operations. And so you may know that most of the meat consumed in this country and increasingly around the world is produced not on farms, but in factories. And so, unlike farms that are distributed and local and so on, factories produce very large amounts of pollution. And so that's what our study was about. So it came to the point of the first release of the study. This was before it came out in the journal. The State Health Department issued a release about it and worked with the UNC News Bureau to produce a summary of what we found. And what I learned a lot about this process because the industry was very upset with our study. And what I learned was that the university had very close connections with and funds the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. So this became very uncomfortable because here I am trying to get out some information which I think is useful for people to know, whether they're people who eat meat or people who issue environmental regulations or actually permit these facilities to pollute their neighbors and so on. It could be useful to them to have some information about what the pollutants are doing to people who are exposed. However, other institutions are coming out and they don't want anybody to know about this. And this is where the media are involved, along, I would say, with some others, in manufacturing doubt, which is a phrase that was developed by the tobacco industry 50 years ago. And they developed very systematic ways of involving universities, as well as their own employees, in raising questions about the harms of smoking tobacco. And so the point here is not to say that we know the answer, but it's to say, well, maybe this study wasn't perfect, and maybe it's not so bad, and unless we know absolutely for sure, we shouldn't do anything. And this has been done by the lead industry, by the asbestos industry, and so on. Well, in the case of our study of the concentrated animal feeding operations, there was a little media flurry about the results. And this came to the attention of some journalism professors at the University of Linnan. And they decided to conduct research on the media response to our study. And so I became a research student for the journalism professors. And they wrote a very interesting article that critiqued the approach taken by a lot of the reporters, which is, we have to be balanced. They're the people who say, well, we found evidence of harm, and this should be concerning. And then there are the people who say, oh, there's no proof, so we should be going on doing what we always have done. And the people on the latter side actually are making a whole bunch of money from the activities that the study was about. And the journalists, by this practice of, well, we have to present both sides equally to be fair, end up perpetuating a kind of belief that, well, we're really ignorant about that. We don't really know for sure. So evolution is just a theory, and we're not sure if that should be taught in schools without creationism. Or climate change is just the opinion of some scientists, and while, of course, they might leave out the first calculation of the impact of human-produced carbon dioxide on global temperature was made in 1898. But there's doubt. So we shouldn't do anything. So the media, in order to generate conflict, well, there are these two sides battling it out, end up potentially being unwitting partners in this process of creating doubt. So the journalists who did this study, here's the end of the story, which was disappointing for me. They wanted to find all the press releases that had been issued following the release of our study. So they called me and they said, well, we went to the UNC News Bureau to look for the press release, and we couldn't find it. So they ended up having to call the news bureau. It turns out that on the day, I didn't try this myself, but they said you go back and you look for the releases on a particular day. David, I'm sure you know how this works. And it's not there. Well, it turns out it was on the website, but you had to know exactly what the URL was to get there. So you couldn't get there kind of from the outside. And so, but the other news releases from that day were there. Well, so this was very concerning to me because I had been working with UNC News folks to try and get the public and the policymakers and so on educated. But here, then I found out my university has financial conflicts of interest, and the story that our news bureau wrote is no longer accessible from the outside. Well, I don't have any confirmation about why that occurred, but it's something to be vigilant about, that we have to be aware of, that there are a lot of very complicated conflicts out there, and we should keep them in mind and be ready to look for them where they might be.